Hi Sid, I heard you want to learn more about wolves.
Yes, I do.
Why?
Well, I like dogs and wolves are like dogs, right? So why aren't they your pets?
That's an interesting question, Sid. Let's find out by learning more about wolves in another edition of our Walking with the Wild series. But before we start, what should everyone do?
Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more videos, music, and stories.
A wolf is the largest non-domestic member of the Canis family. It lives in the northern hemisphere. Do you know what that is?
Yes, the top half of the globe.
Correct again. As you already know, dogs are also members of the Canis family and are related to the wolf.
All dogs,
Yep, all dogs.
even little tiny cute pugs.
It is difficult to imagine, but everything from a pug dog to a Doberman belongs to the Canis family. Can you tell me what other animals belong to the canine family?
Maybe foxes?
Yep, you're right. Foxes, coyotes, jackals, dingoes, all of them belong to the Canis family. There are about 34 subspecies in this family. Wolf looks different from other canids by its less pointed ears and muzzle, as well as a shorter torso and a longer tail. Did you know wolves have an excellent sense of smell? By smell alone, wolves can locate prey, other pack members, or enemies. Under ideal conditions, a wolf can catch a scent that is 1.75 miles away.
Wow, that's really far.
Yes, this is how they know if other wolves have entered their territory and if they are male or female.
How about the hearing? Is that the too?
Yes, it is. Next to smell, the sense of hearing is the most acute of the wolf's senses. Wolves can hear as far as 6 miles away in the forest and 10 miles in the open.
If they can hear and smell so well, they probably can't see very well, right?
Actually, wolves also have keen eyesight and are quick to detect the slightest movement of anything in front of them. Their eyes are on the front of their heads and they have probably a little less than 180-degree vision.
With such good sense of smell, hearing, and sight, they must be excellent hunters.
They are the top predators in their habitat. They can tackle large prey and prefer to eat animals like deer, elk, and moose. They have sharp teeth and are extremely strong, which helps them take down their prey. Another advantage they have is that they hunt in packs. While a bear or a mountain lion might be able to attack a single wolf all by itself, they are no match for a pack of wolves that travel together. Wolves can run fast and don't get tired very easily, so they can outrun anything that might be trying to chase them. They are ultra marathon endurance hunters. They have been known to track and trace their prey for hours well into the night.
Is this why the wolf kept coming for the pigs in the Three Little Pigs story?
Yes, wolves don't give up easily.
What are wolves afraid of?
Wild wolves are afraid of humans and usually run away rather than be near people. This is one reason you cannot have wolf as a pet. If you want to socialize a dog with a human, all you need is 90 minutes to introduce them when the dog pup is between the ages of 4 and 8 weeks. After that, a dog will not be afraid of humans. Of course, to build a real relationship takes more time. But with a wolf pup, achieving even close to the same fear reduction requires 24-hour contact, starting before the age of 3 weeks, and even then, you won't get the same attachment or lack of fear. Now you know why having wolves as pets is rare.
Oh, I didn't know that. I have another question. Do wolves ever eat fruits and vegetables?
Yes, they do. They are carnivores and mainly hunt to eat. In fact, one wolf can eat 20 pounds of meat at a single sitting. If they can't find many big animals, they eat squirrels, mice, weasels, and foxes. But wolves will also add readily available things like apples, pears, berries, and melons to their diet.
I like watermelon.
You have something in common with wolves then. In Western Canada, they even fish for Pacific salmon.
I don't like that they hunt squirrels or deer.
A large percentage of the animals that wolves kill are young, old, or in poor condition. Wolves will chase and test their prey looking for weakness. Hunting in this manner helps to improve the overall health of their prey population by removing the disadvantaged and allowing the healthiest animals to create future generations.
I suppose it's okay then. Do wolves have families?
Wolves are very social animals. They live and hunt together in groups called packs. A wolf pack is really just another name for a family of wolves. A pack is usually made up of an adult male and female wolf and their offspring of various ages. Pack sizes range from 3 to 20 wolves. Once a wolf has found a mate, they tend to stay together for better or worse, through sickness and health, often until death do them apart. They also develop strong social bonds for their family. They have been known to sacrifice themselves for the survival of the pack.
Can you tell me more about little wolves?
Wolves usually have a litter of 5 or 6 pups which are born in the spring after a gestation period of about 2 months. The family lives in a den at the time the pups are born. Wolf pups are born with no ability to see or hear. At 2 weeks old, pups open their eyes, learn to walk and grow teeth and leave the den a week later.
They leave their parents within a week.
No, wolves live in families, remember? They drink their mother's milk only till they are 2 weeks old. After that, they can eat a little bit of regurgitated meat.
What's that?
Meat their mothers have chewed up and spit up.
Ew!
Yep, they do this till about 10 weeks. Wolves get to their adult size within a few months but don't leave the pack to find their mate till they are 2 years of age or older.
Do wolves really howl at the moon?
Wolves are known to howl to communicate with each other, but it might not be in front of a giant full moon like the cartoons tell us. Howling is their primary communication tool and they do it for many reasons. Wolves howl when they are rallying for a hunt, mourning, communicating with another pack of wolves, or when a pack member has become separated. A lost wolf howls and the other members of his pack respond, giving him a sound to guide him home. Pack members recognize each other's voices.
Why do the fairy tales always have bad wolves?
Hard to imagine now, but people used to live in small villages surrounded by the deep forest in the early times when these tales were being told. Wolves are highly intelligent, efficient predators in the wild, and lone wolves are particularly dangerous, being desperate to feed without the pack to help hunt. In the winter, when food was scarce for everyone, in those early times, the wolf was literally at the door. This is why a lot of fairy tales have the wolves as the bad guys. Now that you know a lot about wolves, what do you think? You still like them?
Yes, I do. They are so cool.
What do you guys think? Let us know in the comment section, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel.
Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more videos, music, and stories.